The third form of sexism we want to look at is how we objectify women, how we may reduce them down to sexual objects for our own pleasure.
This dehumanizes women. It takes away our intellect, our abilities, and our capabilities.
It turns us into things comprised of specific body parts, dismissing our needs, our thoughts, and feelings as unimportant or non-existent.
This is a dangerous form of sexism because it leaves the door wide open to abuse and violence against women and girls. If it is not a person, then harming it has no consequences.
I'm all about the Emmas and my watch and the stone. I got the pictures with me all the time here on my phone.
I got my sweet harem here on my Android device. Got Scarlett and Rihanna bodies built to entice.
When a woman walks by and she's looking like a 10, I kick a pick on the sly, and now she's my digital friend.
And now a woman isn't real till she's loaded on my phone. I sit her on the table sharing coffee and a scowl.
She doesn't spoil our fun by having something to say, and when I tell her what I want and then she's quick to obey.
Don't want no naggy Nancy's or nerdy no-hows. I want the bodies with the bodies built to arouse.
We like to browse.
Hey!
This is biology.
We like to browse. Oh, say can you see?
We like to browse.
Hey!
I'm just a guy.
I like to look so much I think I need a third eye.
When I look at her, she's smiling back at me. Perfect hair, perfect makeup, dressed inappropriately.
When I'm done with her, I just close down the app, and when I want her back, I give the screen a tap.
She can never hurt me if she's only a thing. She's only there for my pleasure and the acid she brings. We like to browse.
This is biology.
We like to browse.
Oh, say can you see?
We like to browse.
Hey!
I'm just a guy.
I like to look so much I think I need a third eye.
What?
Well, it doesn't take a third eye to see that when we objectify women, we rob them of their humanity. Sexism that seeks to control paints women and girls into narrowly defined gender roles or objectifies them in order to take away their humanity. This grooms them for victimization.
It's important to acknowledge that women and girls, as well as men and boys, are constantly socialized into these attitudes, behaviors, and norms.
We see too many movies, too many television shows, listen to too many records, and hang out with too many people with similar attitudes and behaviors to change them. It would be impossible.
Our goal today has been to create some awareness of the violence women and girls are subjected to look at the subtle and not so subtle sexist behaviors we may engage in, and we have alluded to some actions that you can take to prevent it from happening.
We need to look more closely at some of the actions we can take in support of women and girls.
Violence against women and girls has reached a breaking point, and this is not a women's issue. This is our issue. This is my issue. As men and boys, it's time to act.
It's time to act right. Act smart.
It's time to act together, act aware, act civil.
It's time to act courageous.
We don't need your protection. We need your respect.
It's time to act like a man. There are several ways that we can react when we find ourselves confronted with sexist and violent behaviors.
Many of us may not be aware that a comment is sexist or offensive to a woman. We have to allow ourselves to take criticism if we are confronted by someone about what we've said or done. We all make mistakes.
Another way people react in those situations is to actively participate in them. Someone tells a sexist joke and then you add one trying to top it.
Or someone makes a rude comment to a woman, catcalls her, and you join in.
Or you see someone being assaulted and you stand there doing nothing because you don't want to or don't know how to help.
As men and boys, we have to get past these two reactions and move to a third. It's time to act.
It's time to educate ourselves about how we can be part of the solution rather than part of the problem.
If you can intervene safely when you see someone being abused by another, do so.
If you're afraid of getting hurt yourself, leave. Find a safe place and call for help.
Seek out men in your community that you trust and you can talk to about these issues.
As we learn to empathize and truly respect women, fewer women will experience what Trish did.
Protector or predator?
Stand with or stand by?
I didn't mean for it to happen.
Speak up or look away.
Man or monster?
I wish I could take it all back.
Words.
Fists.
Weapons.
Violence.
Fear.
Stop!
It's time to act.
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 As men,
As women.
together.
Together.